Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a video about the beginner's guide, so if you're not a new player and don't care about it, you can just skip this one. But if you're someone that occasionally helps new players, I would advise you to watch this video. I will mostly talk about why I'm recommending certain characters. I'm gonna go over everything one by one from top to bottom. Alright, let's start. Story mode, legendary battle, and shield academy. This is pretty easy. For story mode, you just have to go and finish story campaign mode once. The first story at the left side, diminishing clash, and you will get tier 2 Iron Man, Black Widow, and Captain America with their respective uniforms. Those are not the best uniforms ever created, but they will actually serve you well at the beginning. Legendary battle. You just have to go into each and every legendary battle. This one is a bit confusing because usually it's the first battle, but not always. You get the respective character just by entering the battle. Do not spend crystals for the extreme version. This is something totally different. The characters you see here are free, you just have to claim them. Shield Academy. You will get tier 2 Sharon Rogers from there. I think you get her at stage 5. So start working on that immediately. Next, we're going to talk about the new 6-star premium character chest. The premium biometrics you used to get for 3 or 4 days as a trial are gone, sadly. You don't get those anymore, and instead of that you get this premium character chest. There are good sides and bad sides to this. The bad side is you're gonna be able to unlock only one character compared to 3 from before. The good side is the new premium chest actually includes mutants, which means you can get Namor. But here's the thing, this is totally random. So if you want a specific character, for example Namor, you will have to reroll. By reroll, I mean creating new accounts until you land on something you want. You get the chest immediately after completing the tutorial, so you don't have to wait or something like that. If you have the time and the patience to create multiple new accounts, I would suggest rolling for Namor or Morbius as a second option. Namor is great. Morbius is not bad, but I recommend him primarily because he's required for Awakening Moon Knight. We're gonna talk about Moon Knight a bit later. I will give you some more options for this chest if you don't have limited time and patience. I don't really recommend going for those characters if you can, because you can farm their bios one way or another. For example, Ghost Panther and Sentinel, they're good characters. Ghost Panther is a great support character. Sentinel is used in World Boss for pushing really high stages. But keep in mind that they're farmable from Dimension Mission, albeit very slowly. It will probably take you months to unlock them. Weapon hacks, very useful for World Boss one-shots, but again you can farm her from Dimension Mission and Danger Room. Another good premium character is Luna Snow. She's really strong, but keep in mind every year in November or December we have an event where you can farm her bios. Especially right now, I wouldn't recommend going for her since we will have that event very soon. Dazzler is a good support for mutants. That's a decent option. I wouldn't go for Fury, Yelena, or Valkyrie because you can get them from Legendary Battle for crystals. I'm gonna mention some more characters here, but to be honest, don't settle for them if you're not in a rush. Red She-Hulk, she's useful only in ABX. Spider-Woman, she's a decent character but not meta for anything. Same with Thane, Slapstick, 2099, Gambit, etc. Zemo is used only for his leadership right now, but keep in mind he will most likely get a uniform with the Winter Soldier and the Falcon show. Let's move to the next section. Day 1. The first 6-star selector, Iron Hammer. This character is pretty much the perfect character for a new player. He's easy to play, has a lot of iframes, has invincibility, heal, all defense down, has a great leadership for new players. He's just overall a pretty good character. Is he the best endgame character? No, but that's not what a new player needs. I want to talk about this aspect a bit in the beginning because you will see going forward that I recommend not the characters that are very good for one niche game mode, but I rather recommend characters that can cover a lot of content. This is very important for a new player because as a new player you don't have many resources. It is better to build one character that is slightly weaker but can do multiple game modes rather than building a slightly stronger character that can do only one game mode. This is exactly why I'm recommending Scream for the selector on day 7. Her typing is a goldmine for new players. Female, combat, villain. She technically can do 5 ABX days, can do squad battle in bronze, gold and platinum league. She can also do world boss, but keep in mind that she has a questionable survivability, so it will be a bit harder playing her in world boss. That is actually not necessarily something bad for a new player. In a sense, she will teach you to be better in the game. Going forward, when you start playing with characters with better survivability, you will have much easier time. Use the Mega Master tickets on Iron Hammer and Medusa. You want to use the Master tickets on characters with good, useful leaderships. On day 7 with the Premium Selector, this one does not include mutants. Pick either Luna Snow or Morbius. Again, Morbius is recommended largely due to Moon Knight. Day 14, Morgan Le Fay. Again, she's not the best character in the game, obviously. She's okay, but she has very rare typing. Female, universal, villain. She will be very useful for you in Shadowlands specifically. Also, there's an ABX stage she can do. I believe also you will be able to use her in squad battle on the lower leagues. Day 27, Medusa. I usually don't like recommending selecting characters that require uniform, but to be honest, I really like Medusa because she's great. Most of the characters I recommend here are not endgame characters, as I said before. For example, Scream, Iron Hammer, Morgan Le Fay. That's why I don't recommend heavily investing in them. But Medusa is not one of those characters. Investing heavily in Medusa is fine because she's one of the best endgame characters right now. She's easy to play, has a good leadership, has heal, works great with a regular proc obelisk. She's great in world boss. She will be useful for you in ABX. Very nice typing, universal female. In the future, you will most likely want to awaken her to unlock her full potential. Day 28, the tier 2 selector. Picking Scarlet Spider here is a must, a very good long-term investment. He will be your Shadowlands Stage 32 clear. For a new player, reaching and clearing Shadowlands Stage 32 should be the most important goal that they have. It gives you 150 biometrics, which is huge. You also get biometrics at stage 5, 10 and 15. This will skyrocket the pace at which you expand your roster. It is paramount for new players to try to expand their roster. Scarlet Spider is also good for World Boss, and he will be useful for you in Squad Battle Silver and Gold League. There is an event that's going on right now. If you spend any money in the game, even $1, you will get a tier 2 selector. So if you get that selector, pick something like Molten Man or Dr. Voodoo. Usually I would recommend picking Moon Knight with it, but don't do it now because you will get him from the 8-week check-in event. Get his uniform and build him up, he's a beast. Let's move to the next section, rank up. All of those characters are either Dimension Mission characters or Epic Quest characters. Very easy to rank up. All of them are gonna be ultimately Shadowland characters. The strongest ones are the mutants. You may even use them in World Boss at the beginning or in PvP. The only exception is Coulson. He's really weak. He won't be able to even do Shadowland for you. The only reason you want to build him is because of his amazing supportive tier 2 passive. I want to address one thing: why aren't all the epic quest characters featured here? Because all of them are actually pretty decent. It's pretty simple. You will not be able to unlock their missions, therefore you won't be able to farm them in your first month. That's the only reason. Otherwise, rank up every EQ character. They're all at least decent. Next, uniforms. So those are essentially must-have uniforms. Vision's uniform costs gold, not crystals, and it will make him universal type. That's pretty much the only reason to get it. Nothing else changes. Black Widow, she will carry you in PvP and she's decent in PvE. Keep in mind that she does not need guard break immunity at all. Medusa and Moon Knight, I talked about them already. They're absolutely great. You probably realize that there is one character, one uniform missing here that I pretty much always recommend: Sharon Rogers. You get her for free from Shield Academy. The reason why I don't recommend her uniform right now is because she may get a new one in around a month or two. So for now, I would recommend just to hold on and don't buy her uniform. She's decent without one and she will be useful at least in Shadowland. Next is optional uniforms. Gwenom. This uniform turns her into a villain. Pretty good uniform, but to be honest, get her only if you need her for ABX and squad battle. Taskmaster, decent character, but you will get that uniform mainly for its supporting capabilities. This is She-Hulk's Gold Coast uniform. It slightly improves her leadership. That's the only reason to get that one. Next section, Epic Quest. Start playing every Epic Quest. There will be missions like clear 5 dimension missions or play timeline battle 5 times, spend energy, etc. Do all of those missions for every Epic Quest. And then there will be missions where they will ask for materials like black antimatter or CNS or mutant materials. That's where you stop. You stop with all the Epic Quests except the Better I Build one. That's the point where you start focusing on finishing Better I Build Epic Quest. BRB is a great character and you will rank up Star-Lord along the way. He's a great PvE character too. Next up is cards. There are 2 card sets shown. The first one is only with 4-star cards. This one is very important for new players. And the second one is with 6-star cards. Let me immediately tell you, those are not the best endgame card sets or anything like that. What I'm showing you here is free to play, very easy to obtain cards, and if rolled right, they will get you very far until you decide to jump to premium cards. As a new player, what you want to do is go and farm those cards you see in the first set. They're all farmable from Dimension Mission or Dimension Shop. This is very important. You don't want to upgrade into 6 stars because you will simply not have enough cards to upgrade and reroll. At first you want to upgrade them just to 4 stars. After you get the rolls shown here, you want to equip those cards. Even if you get only one of the options, that's fine. This 4-star set will be very useful for you in your first and second week, maybe even your third one, to be honest. After you complete the 4-star set, don't touch those same cards that are equipped, otherwise you will mess up the good rolls you got. Just go ahead and farm new cards and upgrade them to 6 stars in your inventory, and then re-roll until you get a good roll. After you get a good roll, then you go ahead and replace the 4-star card. The second set has 3 different cards. The Bishop card is farmable from Dimension Mission. For Loki and Thor cards, you need to get their respective Ragnarok uniform. Now, those are not the best uniforms, but the cards are good. You need to rank up the uniforms to Heroic to get the cards. Let me give you some general tips before I move to the next part. Use rank up tickets or mega rank up ticket only on paywall or hard to obtain characters. Never buy a uniform that is not on sale. Best deal in the store is the Tony Stark stash. Put your agent bonus points in increased item acquisition. Join an alliance as soon as possible. Consider donating gold to get alliance tokens. Use them to buy various items from the alliance store. Consider getting the XP booster to level up your characters faster. Add friends to send and receive assemble points daily. Use them to recharge energy. Complete daily challenges and daily trivia to get energy and crystals. Alright guys, now I'll talk about the second part, the new attachment to the guide. I was thinking about doing this for months now, but I was always undecided, hesitant. I mean, even now I'm not sure if it should be here. So let me know if you rather have it or not. Do you want it to be removed, or maybe you want it to be expanded? Let me know in the comments below. So this part, endgame I call it, includes all the meta characters for the major game modes. This is kind of like showing how the end of the tunnel will look like to a new player. Also, some players are free to play and they won't be able to advance fast enough, but there are other players that will spend some money and therefore will be able to advance faster. So this kind of shows them on which characters to focus on depending on the game mode they are interested in. I'll go over everything in game from top to bottom. World Boss Ultimate. Now take this one just as a suggestion, I guess, because there are a lot, like really a lot of characters that can do World Boss. But if you build the characters that are shown here, this will give you a group of characters that are very versatile in a sense that they are meta for or can do very high stages of multiple world bosses. There is one character that is missing, I'm sure you've noticed, Holiday Lady Deadpool. And she's not here simply because currently you cannot buy that uniform. You need Weapon Hex for one-shots and Nimrod for the trick with debuff increased lead. Next is ABX. This is simply all the characters, damage dealers specifically, that are meta for all the ABX days. For certain days there are multiple options, but I did not include those in this graph. Next is Squad Battle. This is only Vibranium League. Since this is endgame, quote unquote, you should be in Vibranium. Again, all the meta damage dealers are shown here. Now about Deadpool, I just cannot recommend his latest uniform considering you can't get the holiday version. Technically Rogue is actually slightly better than Deadpool, but she requires rage, so overall in terms of value it's better to use Deadpool, but let me know if I should put Rogue there instead. Next is Timeline Battle. Essentially, if you build the characters shown here, you will most likely never have a problem in TL. I know most of those characters are super expensive. I mean, this goes for everything on this part of the guide specifically. I did not have any consideration for price or ease of building the characters. All those characters on this page are best of the best, and yes, sadly they are very expensive a lot of the time. Next up is the support section. That includes also characters used for their lead. Those characters are all the supporting characters for all the game modes mentioned on this page. For World Boss you can use any support, but for ABX and Squad Battle you need specific supports and leadership characters. Next is Epic Quest Deluxe. This is the order in which I recommend purchasing the deluxe packs. Keep in mind that you must purchase Jeans and Magneto's uniforms, otherwise, to be honest, just skip that deluxe pack. Alright guys, thanks for watching, I appreciate it. If you don't agree with something in the guide, if you want to see something changed, removed or added, let me know in the comments below. Or better yet, come join the channel's Discord server, the link is in the description below. You can find all the guides and charts I make there. Also, there's a giveaway every week where you can win 300 crystals. Let me remind you that those coupons are provided by Netmarble via the Star Agent program. Alright guys, thanks again. I'll see you next time.